Hey everyone, I am Allison Gonzalez, a Microsoft Certified Trainer here at Pragmatic Works, and welcome to the next episode in my report design series. Today, I am taking you to Allison's Art School, and we are talking color theory. So, in this series, we have already talked about all of the regular visuals in Power BI, as well as my top 5 favorite custom free visuals. So now as we're moving closer and closer, inching our way to building out some reports in this series, a very key element to consider is what will it look like? So I have spent many semesters back in actual art school, and we learned all about color theory and spent semesters talking about that and what colors look nice together and why. Now, most analysts don't have that background, and really, a lot of the time they're just picking colors on a whim of what colors they personally look like. They're like, I like blue and I like yellow, so we're gonna make a report that's blue and yellow. But don't really have any knowledge beyond picking some shades or picking a pre-made color palette or template to really understand why colors work together and why some colors definitely do not work together. So, what is color theory? So, color theory is a collection of rules and guidelines which designers use to communicate with users through appealing color schemes and visual interfaces. So what does that actually mean? It's a lot of fancy speak. But basically, to pick the best colors every time, designers use a color wheel, and they refer to this extensive knowledge that they have, which we're going to break down into really teeny bits of knowledge for you all, about the human optical ability, psychology, culture, and more. And that culture piece, just think if you had a theme, if you had a color palette that was red and green, most people, if you're looking at a bright red and bright green color palette, are going to think Christmas. So kind of tying into what are some colors associated with, and a lot of times some people are just picking their company colors and moving on. And if that is you, great, but I want you to know a little bit more of why some things work. So color really is one of the most powerful tools for visual communication. It can influence our emotions, our mood, our behavior, and that is really why it's so important for report designers to select the colors they're using carefully. So, Sir Isaac Newton established a color theory when he invented the color wheel all the way back in 1666. So he understood that colors as human perceptions of wavelengths of light. And he actually defined 3 groups. The first of those is primary, which we see in this triangle right here, which is red, blue, and yellow. And those are the core colors. We can't derive those from anything else. Then we get into our secondary colors. And now the secondary colors are a mix of the primary. So we can see it on these outside triangles here in the center. So yellow and blue together make green. Yellow and red together make orange. Red and blue together make purple. So we have our primary, which are in that core center area, and then we have the secondary, which are just mixes of the primary. And then finally, going to our tertiary or intermediate colors, those are a mix of a primary color and a secondary color. And so we can see, for example, on our final outside wheel here, this in-between shade is a mix of purple, which is a secondary, and blue, which is a primary. And then we have more of this teal shade, which is again a mix of blue, which is a primary, and green, which is a secondary. So that is how that all spills out. And then of course you can get even more colors in between those, which is our combinations of primary, tertiary, or primary, secondary, or secondary and tertiary to get to those in between shades and even more. So following Newton's findings, the study of color advanced to cover the property of color in its 2 forms. So screen light, which is what we're looking at. If you're watching this on a YouTube video, you're watching it on a screen, you are seeing that as RGB, which is red, green, and blue, which is this first one right here. Now, when we are printing something, so think of a newspaper, a magazine, anything that is physically ink on a page, that is printed using CMYK, which is cyan, which is the blue shade, yellow, magenta, and black. K really stands for the black there. And so really we can see how those are kind of the inverse or opposites of each other in the way that they are really developing these colors and the way that we're seeing them. So when you are looking at colors and you see those kind of abbreviations of like either RGB or CMYK and you're wondering, what does this even mean? How does it apply? Just know if you are building a Power BI report, you are building that digitally. It is going to be seen on a screen. So you want to use an RGB color palette because the way that color is being displayed on a screen is a little bit different than how that color will actually print out. That's why a lot of times print designers will need to develop all of their things in CMYK. It can always look a little bit different on the screen, so a lot of times they'll have to do some adjustments between how it looks on the screen, how they're printing it out to make sure that the print color matches what they want to see. But for you all, report design, we're going with RGB for this, that red, green, and blue. So we can even break down color even more, get even more detailed about that. And so the properties of color, we can have the hue, which is how it appears. So if you're looking at a tree and you're like, that is green, essentially the hue, the basic of what we're looking at here. Then we get into the chroma, which is how pure is that color. If it has shades, that would be black added. Tints would be white added, or tones, which would be gray added. And then we also look at its overall lightness and value, so how pale or how saturated it appears. So as we're looking at this a little bit more in like 3D than a flat color wheel, we can see this value where we're going dark to light. We can see that chroma where it's very dull color to a very kind of lighter or brighter color. And then obviously our hue is just moving around the color wheel. So how do we tie this together and actually pick colors that work well? So just as you need to strategically place images and other elements in visual design, your color choices likewise should optimize your user's experience in like attractive interfaces that have really high usability. So when you're starting your design process, we're going to go over just a few of the main color schemes that you may see to understand that terminology. So first off, analogous. This is 3 colors that are next to each other on the color wheel. So it's composed of one dominant color. Normally that's going to be your primary or your secondary. And then the supporting colors, which would be the secondary or the tertiary colors. So we can see kind of just a breakdown of how that would look in these ones above. So we have kind of a yellow and light green mix, a yellow and orange, a light to dark orange, orange and red, and so on. And just those 3 colors that are next to each other. Next is monochromatic. So monochromatic colors are all of the varieties of a single hue. So all of the tints, the shades, the tones, so the light to the dark, the white mixed in, the gray mixed in, the black mixed in. And so a monochromatic color scheme will range between the lighter and the darker version of that base color or hue. So you can come and be like, this is red, and we're just moving up and down, deciding how we want to go with those tints and tones and shades to choose just one of them. This is really popular in report design because it's pretty simple. Like, I can't mix this up. I'm gonna go with red and just all varieties of that same shade. And there's some pre-set up monochromatic templates in Power BI as well. And then the next one I want to talk about is complementary, because you'll see these a lot. Complementary are 2 colors that are directly opposite each other on the color wheel. And this combination provides high contrast and high impact for sure. So together, when you put these 2 shades, either, red and blue, purple and green, whatever it may be, you can see kind of all these combos above me, we can see that these colors will appear brighter and more prominent. Like, each one makes the other one stand out and work better. So there's a lot of other different color schemes that you can go with, pretty much every combo, but I wanted to give you some basics so as you're seeing terminology, as you're looking at that, you kind of have a base of understanding here. Now, once you have chosen your colors, how do you actually pick the actual hex code, which is a little hashtag and number that you're putting into the Power BI Builder? Well, thankfully there are tons and tons of free websites that you're able to use to create color palettes or use pre-created ones that you can sort by complementary, analogous, or many other ways to get all of the colors you will need that you know work together to use in your report. So here's just some samples of ones I like to use, and I will link all of these below in the description. Now, a very important thing to note is that there's a colorblind option, which is one directly above me right here. Color Brewer, this is a really good way to ensure that anyone that is colorblind, any vision differences, could see the colors and understand the distinction. I also love that it puts it on a map, so you can visualize the color in more than just a symbol swatch of that shade. You're actually able to see it kind of on this map together. There's a lot that you're able to control on here to change that. You can pick some predefined color schemes, single hues, all of that good stuff. And then you can see this hex code right down here, that hashtag number sign, and then that letter number digit that follows it. That is what you would copy. That is what you would paste into Power BI. Now, back to Power BI. In our next episode, we are going to take our color palettes that we have picked and we're going to make a theme in Power BI. I'm going to go over the new accessibility themes that just launched in the February 2023 release of Power BI, which I'm so happy about. If you don't want to wait to get started and wait to that next episode, I just re-recorded our data storytelling class on our on-demand learning platform. And I talk about a lot of these report design elements in there. If you are not already a member, you can use code Allison30 to get 30% off of that. So happy learning, and I will see you all in the next video.